What's up? What's up? It's Coach Nick Money.
Yes.
Emphasis on money.
Money man.
The money man.
The money man.
The solid rainmaker.
No, you gotta do it right. The rainmaker.
The rainmaker. You heard my man. You heard him. So it's Coach Nick Money with the one, the only, the indelible one, the gentleman with the degree in Bangonomics.
Dr. Doubles, PhD in Bangonomics, also known as the Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker, ladies and gentlemen, from Bangu University.
Bang you University.
And then we got the prancing stonk queen herself, the one,
Serengeti Specials.
the only, the Serengeti specialist with her little bushy tail. She's on the search for new stonks. Or gazelles, don't matter. Don't matter. It's DBL Moms in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, do your own due diligence. This is not financial or stock advice, just a show. We are not stock or financial advisors. If you're not following us on YouTube, can you do what this gentleman says, por favor?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, Doubles. Sharing is caring. If you're not following us on Twitter, a.k.a. x.com, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. Indeed.
Yes.
And if you're not following us on Twitch, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, we're going to be streaming on these social media platforms right now. And then later on in the day, like right after we're done streaming here, we're going to be streaming on our Discord, going over different stonks that we've been looking at. So you can join us in the private Discord. We've got a great special. $1 gives you a 5-day trial, and then it's $39.99, which is very, very well worth it. Today we called already 3 baggers for the Discord SNTG, 106%. Toyo, T-O-Y-O, you're looking at the chart right now. It shot up 150%, and then it pulled back, and now it's forming a cup and handle. And then, of course, QLGN, 115%.
115%.
Now, what a lot of people don't know about QLGN is that they just got a $2 million loan. A lot of folks don't know that because they don't know how to read 8Ks, but the Coach Nick Meister General does.
PhD in Bangonomics.
PhD in Bangonomics. That's how I know how to read 8Ks. Yes, sir.
Oh, somebody wrote, CVZ wrote.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go check out CVZ wants to see MAXN. Now, that company is a very interesting company because Graham Capital purchased a 9.6% interest in the company. It's a solar company, and this hedge fund, Graham Capital, bought 9.6% in it. Let's go to the videotape. Let's zoom in. So the price action is moving towards the demand zone, which is right here. It looks bearish at this point. It needs to break this downtrend, but it does have some pretty strong news, and a lot of people are looking on it in the social media realm. So we want to see it hold. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil. Let's modify the chart a little bit. Let's go ahead and say that this is the demand zone right here. This is the supply zone over here. And what we want to see happen is we want to see it hold the demand zone and then start to curl back up. So we need to see a break in this trend. It has news. Insider buying. 9.6% interest by Graham Capital. So, what's up?
Hello.
What's up? So, how you doing? Yes, I think Soso made some money with QLGN today. QLGN. So this is important over here on MAXN. It has to hold the demand zone or it could keep on coming down to the 200 EMA over here. And maybe it'll pop off the 200 EMA, but it needs a volume. Vitamin V.
Vitamin V.
Vitamin V. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show, go ahead and share. Sharing is caring, and that's how we get the word out, and it helps us create more content for you. Like the video that we did yesterday for MAXN, and of course, all the parabolic videos that we did for stocks that ran like crazy after we did the videos. Okie dokie, let's go into the videotape. Let's check out some other tickers. Another ticker that was getting a lot of conversation today was AGRI. It was selling off. Let's see what's going on. It curled since the sell-off. So right now, let's get the graffiti pencil out. Doubles.
Yeesh.
I'm sharpening that graffiti pencil because we've got a key level. We got a key level at 1288 right there.
Right.
So it's going to potentially test the top. So now does this the high of the day, which was 12 cents at 88, 12 cents 88. And what we're seeing here is that it could potentially be forming a double top, which could be bearish. So let's get the graffiti pencil out. We don't want the double top to happen. We want some volume so that this area right here can be broken. So this key area of 1288 is important, doubles, because it either becomes a double top or it's a breakout. Breakout. We prefer breakout. So AGRI. Side chart, FLA. Side chart. AGRI side chart. A lot of hype in social media. We'll see if the hype is worth it. We'll see it. Let's go to the videotape.
So So writes, yes, sir. Thanks.
Yeah,
You're amazing. Join
love
the
it.
guys. You truly deserve it. Oh, thank you.
Love that. Okay. Thank you so much, So. I'm glad you're making a ton with that. It did go up. QLG. Let's go take a look at what's going on with this, because this actually is a ticker that actually has news today, right? With that $2 million infusion of finance. So we predicted a descending wedge. Basically, a descending wedge is a pattern that suggests a bull reversal. The bull reversal happened, and now it popped up, went up 115%. This is a penny stock, so obviously it's going to be very volatile, and now it's selling off again, and it needs to break this trend line. Now, here's the interesting thing. Let's zoom back and take a look at the descending wedge. Let me zoom in a little bit. And if you look, this line right here is basically the same as this line right here on the descending wedge. So the top part of the descending wedge is resistance. The bottom part of the descending wedge is where the support is. And what you're looking for is you're looking for the price action to start to consolidate and then curl up, and that's exactly what happened here. So right now it's in a downtrend. This ticker does have news. It's a penny stock, so it's going to be super duper volatile, but it's really the only stock at this point that has volume. What we got going on today is the producer price index is supposed to be coming in. So a lot of times when the consumer price index, CPI, which came out yesterday, comes out, and then the next day the PPI, the producer price index, comes out, you got a lot of choppiness in the market, and a lot of people and a lot of funds are holding back their money to see how the report comes out. If the report shows that the producer price index goes up, in other words, the inflation with the producers goes up, then that has generally a negative impact on these micro caps, doubles.
Oh.
But if it comes lower or even, if it comes lower
or even,
well, even lower, even is like, you don't know, but if it comes lower, then we could probably see a lot more volume come into these micro caps. And the CPI yesterday came in lower, which was good for the micro caps, and we had a lot of parabolic runners yesterday. So hopefully we'll see the same thing with PPI. But right now there's a little bit of volume. So what takes the void? A lot of these stocks from other countries like China. And they go parabolic, but they usually don't hold up too well. So you get these huge pumps, and then they drop. And then they drop. So that would be, things like this ticker right here, 150%, right? 150%. Like, let's take a look at this. It shoots up, drops down. Shoots up, drops down. No news. It formed another descending wedge. And then it started moving up, and now it's going down. But look at what's happening now. Let's get that graffiti pencil. It is trending back up again, so we'll keep an eye on it. But this stock has no news, whereas QLGN has news from yesterday. But it's not easy to find the news, Doubles. You know why? Because it's in an 8K. And you got to click into the 8K and read it, Doubles.
You actually have to read?
You got to read it, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're hoping for... What we're hoping for is a reversal over here, but it has to validate. So we could say maybe this is forming another descending wedge, but it needs to stay on this support line. So this line right here is support. If the price action dips below the support line, we got potential issues. Now, let's zoom in to the videotape. Let's zoom in. If you're enjoying the content, would you kindly share, ladies and gentlemen? Would you kindly share this? Because it really helps us be able to create more content for you, and we really would appreciate it. You don't have to, but if you did it, it would be really cool. All right, so here's the dealio. See this purple line over here, Doubles? Yeah. Right over here. You see that line right there? Let's get that graffiti pencil. That is VWAP, okay? Volume weighted average. Very critical tool to use for us. We use it a lot. So we want to see the price action stay above VWAP. If it can stay above VWAP, then maybe we can get a breakout on this downward trend, breaking the top part of the descending wedge, and we could have a second leg of actually a third leg of the price action moving up. So it's been forming this pattern where it pumps, it drops, it pumps, it drops, and hopefully it'll pump again. But again, VWAP is very important. Again, zooming in, very important. We need to see it stay above the VWAP. That would make it very nice. And you know what would also be nice? A bottom tail.
Bottom tail.
We want a bottom tail. I demand it. I demand it for the indelible community. QLGN, give me a bottom tail. Okay, so that's enough about QLGN. We're obviously going to keep a very close eye on it because it does have that news. It's a 9 million float stock, a little bit heavier than usual, but again, only 35 cents, so we forgive it. And it's not terrible. 9 million is not terrible. And then the volume is already 54 million, almost 55 million shares being traded. So this is the ticker that I want to keep a close eye on until there's more news. Give me some news. Give me some volume. Give me something to work with. Okay, so now there was a ticker that ran parabolic about 300%. It couldn't hold its price action. It was CGBS. And this ticker pumped and dumped. So you could see, I think this was a reverse merger, if I remember correctly. And you could see that it started off a couple of days ago at $33, completely tanked. And then we had a dead cat bounce where it shot up today, 300+%. We called it earlier in the Discord, but it was very, very risky to get into. And then it sold off. So, I don't like the price action. Unless it changes its tune, I'm not particularly feeling fond of it. So let's go to ZAPP. ZAPP, Zap, has some news today. Zap has been what do they call them? A serial runner.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Kellogg's. Kellogg's, call me.
Hit me up.
Hit me up. All right? Sponsorship. Yo, Kellogg's. Special K. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, ZAPP does have some news, but again, it's been running for a couple of days on and off, so it's extended. The news was that they landed a financial commitment of up to $50 million. Float, 4 million. Volume, only 2 million. So it doesn't have a lot of volume yet. We need volume, but it did break that downtrend, and it's trying to move up, but you could see that there's not a lot of volume. So it is moving upward, but not a lot of volume. So you got a lot of top wicks, a lot of indecisiveness on the part of buyers on this ticker. So until there's volume, vitamin V, not vitamin D, but sometimes vitamin D is good for some people. I don't know. Not for me, but for some people. Oh my goodness, VEV is running. Hold on, Doubles. VEV, parabolic. Wahapa.
Parabolic.
264%. Vicinity Motor Corp announces CARB certification for VMC 1200 Class 3 electric truck. Okay. Float, very heavy, 45 million, but this was a sub-dollar stock, so okay. Volume is only 1.86 million. There's not a lot of volume. I don't see how it can hold up, but we got to watch it. I mean, I don't know, man. It just ran like crazy. This is a crazy time right now. You know, I'm going to be very selective with my trading doubles because what I'm seeing is you get these parabolic pumps, and if you're too late, you hold in the big bag. You're going to break your spine because you're holding a big bag. Oh, my goodness. So that's what's going on. So this VEV reminds me of GBS, same type of situation. Let's go longer term. Let's go back and see, let's go 180 days. Okay, so this is a pretty long high for them. Okay, let's go 1 year. And you can see that downtrend, but it's being broken now. So let's go to the 1 minute and see what's going on with the 1 minute.
1 minute.
Doubles, I got to tune you up. 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
The 1 minute is showing me a lot of top tails, doubles.
Top tails.
We don't like those top tails. We want some bottom tails, baby.
Bottom tails.
And it is super extended on the
CVZ
1 minute.
says this trap.
CVZ, yeah. That sounds about right to me. Looks kind of trappy to me, too. All right, we got a terrible top tail. Hey, TT. Terrible. They got TTs, yo. It's got TTs, terrible top tails. TTT. TTTs, terrible top tails. That's what we got over here. But we'll get the graffiti pencil and do a little drawing right here. But this definitely looks very trappy to me. I agree with my man. CVZ is on point. Hold on. He wants to see VHAI. Let's see what's up with VHAI. VHAI is coiling. It is coiling. Let's see what's going on with VHAI. Now, this has been a crowd favorite for a while. It's an 8-cent stock. So those 8-cent stocks are very volatile.
Very volatile.
The volume is 7.25 million. So let's see what's going on. The latest news was in March, so this is not being news motivated. It looks like it's being price motivated. It's only an 8-cent stock. It's currently up 10%, and it is curling. Curling, but we have some key levels that it needs to hurdle above. So for example, over here and over here. And I'd like to see more volume because if we go over here, we can see that it only has about 500,000 in volume, but it is curling on the 5 minute. It is curling on the 5 minutes, so it's worthy of a side chart. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see what happened with VEV. What ultimately happened? Did it flush? Or is it holding up? Still holding up. VEV. Let's take a look at it one more time. Let's take a closer look on the specifics of VEV. Vicinity Motor announces CARB certification for VMC 1200 Class 3 electric truck. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if that's important or not, but the float is kind of heavy at 45 million shares, and it's 3.9 million in volume, and it is struggling, and on the 5 minute, we have this huge, disgusting top tail, so it would need to reclaim it with the next candle. It's trying. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute.
1 minute.
And it is trying to curl on the 1 minute, but we could see that the RSI is oversold, and it does feel not right. It feels not right because the volume's only 235,000 shares on a stock that has almost 45 million.
Oh.
45 million in float.
Float.
You're too thick, VEV. You're too thick. You need to get some vitamin D and get some volume.
Yeesh.
All right. I've had enough of that.
Vitamin D.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. V.
Wow.
V. I said V.
You said D.
You can't prove it. I said V.
It was on video. You can play it back right now.
I said V. You asked the indelible community. It was V, not D.
Wow.
All right. So Ume is asking about VSTM. VSTM had some news earlier this morning, It really didn't move the needle too much. Look at how low the volume is on these candles. Currently, it's up 2.35%. So it's an oncology company, and they announced their first patent dose with a particular drug in a phase 1/2 trial in China. As part of a collaboration with GenFleet Therapeutics. The float is on the thicker side, 16 million. I don't like that. The volume is only 151,000 shares, so there's not a lot of volume, and it has shown me that it has popped and dropped with this ugly top tail. Terrible top tail, TTT. Top tail, TT. I don't like those TTs. Terrible top tails. Don't like that. So we need volume. This last candle only got 100 shares. 100 shares! How dare you? How dare you? Now, that's in multiples, but still, it's very low. Very low. All right, let's go take a look at some other tickers. Let's go to Toyo.
Yes.
Toyo, another very volatile and risque stonk. Currently trending upward. It had a high of 150%.
150%.
It had a high of 150%. But then it flushed down below 100%. And now, after forming this descending wedge, it spiked. It pulled back down and formed a cup and handle, right? So, some people say I draw too much, but I'm trying to show you what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. How's somebody supposed to learn if they don't see doubles? They got to see it. Right there's your cup and handle with the cycle. See the cycle? See the little cup, the little handle, and it's trending upward. Now, it's very choppy. Doubles is very choppy, right? So you could get caught in the sticker, okay? I don't know if I traded this. I'm not sure. I think I traded this early. I made money, but I went in and out quick. I did the old in and out like the Marines. I got in and I got out. The Marines on the beach. What? Oh, what's wrong with you? Doubles. Get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. All right, this one over here, unbelievable. All right, so little cup and handle, trending upward, but very choppy. Look at this, up and flush, up and flush. And again, this seems to be the motif of the day, right, DBL moms?
Right.
The Serengeti specialist with a little bushy tail, she's on the Serengeti right now. She's ready to pounce on any stonk that pops up. And we're waiting to see if some kind of a stonk pops up. That's the story. That's the story. Okay, so that's what's going on. All right, so Toyo, we're going to keep an eye on you because you are the second leading gainer. VEVE was looking kind of weird and has been pulling back. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in on this tickaroo. This is the 1 minute.
1 minute.
We're going to the 5 minute.
5 minute.
And we could see that on the 5 minute, it is still pulling back. Still pulling back. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of graffiti work here. You know, I am an artiste at heart. Boom, boom, right over there. We got a downtrend. We need to see this trend break. We need to see this trend break before it becomes valid. And I'm not particularly loving this ticker because it is a float of 45 million and the volume currently is only 6.47 million. So it needs vitamin V.
Yes.
All right, are you happy? I said it the right way this time. You happy? Vitamin V for volume. It needs to get an injection
Of vitamin V.
from the Bangernomics expert.
A little bit of vitamin D.
The Bangernomics expert.
The Bangernomics expert.
Dr. Coach Nick Money.
PhD.
PhD in Bangernomics.
PhD in Bangernomics.
From Bangu University.
Bangu University.
So I will give you a shot of vitamin V.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget Dr. Doubles.
Dr.
PhD,
Doubles.
The Rainmaker.
No, you got to do it better.
The Rainmaker.
What he just said. What he just said, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Chris and Tim, I'll send a message.
What happened? We got a message?
Yes. Good
Chris
morning.
Sentinel, what's up, man? Hey, I finally am moved and settled in. I will be joining the community next week on Discord. Can't wait. We're looking forward to
Yes,
seeing you, brother. I
sir.
know you've been very, very supportive on social media. We're looking forward to seeing you. That's going to be awesome. Thank you. Salud.
Salud.
You know what time it is, right?
Espresso.
Espresso ice.
Tierra Cubana.
I'm getting a little parched. I got to get my energy is very low today, Doubles. Very low. I need my espresso.
tierra cubana. You gotta get all that tierra
I just
cubana.
got the injection.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
got my espresso ice injection
Yes,
made
sir.
by my favorite Serengeti bushy tail stonk queen herself, DBL. Moms! Now, come on, I gotta tune her in. One more time. There we go. That's the one I wanted. That's the one I'm looking for. Thank you very much.
Yeesh.
On to the videotape. Let's see what other stocks we could talk about. AEON is another ticker that is on the scanner, but you could see it is very pathetically volumated,
Blech.
right? Not a lot of volume. AEON. We'll give you the specifics on it, but it's not particularly schmexy yet.
Speaking of which, Chrysanthemo says schmexy bottom tail.
Bottom tails, baby.
Bottom
It's all about the
tails,
tails,
bottom tails,
the
it's
bottom
bottom
ones.
tails.
It's all about the bottom tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Okay, so here's the story. Aon Biopharma announced strategic reprioritization for ABP 450. This is July 9th, so it's old news. Old news. Float, 16 million. Ready for this? Volume, 222. Wah, wah, wah. No volume. Later. What have you done for me lately? All right. SNTG was another ticker that ran parabolic earlier. I think this is a China stock. China. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So here's the story on this one. There's no news on it. It's currently up 29%, but it was up earlier in the pre-market. If you were up before the crow flies, is that a saying?
I guess.
I don't know. I'm making it up. I'm making it
guess
up.
so.
I'm making it up. It actually ran 106%. But now it gave all of that back. It gave back, I don't know, like 75%, a 75% drop. Float 1 million, volume 4 million. Again, part of that risque type of trades that are happening today. Remember, it is PPI day. PPI day. PPI day. So when it's PPI day, it could get a little sluggish, a little choppy, a little choppiness, right? Awaiting the producer price index. That's going to be later in the day. CPI was yesterday. Consumer price index was yesterday. Doubles. It came in a little bit lower than expected. And that was good because we got a couple of parabolic stonks that started to run later in the day. So hopefully PPI will do the same and come in a little bit softer, a little bit gentler, a little bit kinder. And our microcaps can fly for the indelible community.
Yes, sir.
That's what we want. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ready to look at another stonk. Let's go take a look at, I don't know, let's see. I'm feeling Zapp. Let's go back to Zapp again. Zapp has some news. It just needs volume. It has some news, but no volume. And it's been running for a long time, and that's what concerns me, because these continuation plays are always a little bit more dangerous. Dangerous. How's that song go? Dangerous. Who sang that? Akon.
Cardinal
No.
Official.
Cardinal Official.
And Akon.
And the song's called?
Dangerous.
How original. I like Cardinal Official. I like Akon.
We do.
I like the one where the one's climbing the pole. What's that song?
Oh.
What was that song?
Smack that.
Smack that all on the floor. Smack. But what were they talking about? Climbing a pole? I don't understand. I don't understand. What pole?
Don't worry.
I don't know. I'm
worry about it.
having a boomer moment.
Don't
I'm
worry
sorry,
about it.
ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
It
worry
happens every
about
now and then.
No. You don't need to know.
Never mind. I'm on a need to know basis. Okie dokie. Let's go to AGRI. AGRI. And of course, it looks like it could potentially be a breakout or a double top. If I had to say, it looks like more of a double top here, doubles. And we don't like those double tops, doubles.
Like the double bottom.
We like double bottoms. And it's giving me this disgusting top tail. Terrible top tail. TTT in the house. TTT. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute.
1 minute.
And on the 1 minute, you can see it's selling off. Now, it's trying to curl, but notice it's curling underneath VWAP. VWAP is a critical area. It can be strong support or strong resistance. In this instance, the price action's below VWAP. That would be strong resistance. How dare you, AGRI? I know that you ran earlier. I know that you ran last night. But what have you done for me ladies and gentlemen? We have a PPI report. The Serengeti specialist herself, the prancing stock queen with a bushy tail, I might add, is giving us information that PPI for final demand rises 2% in June. Service increases 0.6%. So it's 0.2% in June. Rise, and service increases 0.6%, goods decline 0.5%. So that's not necessarily good for the stonk.
No.
Micro cap stonks.
No.
No. So we're probably going to have some choppiness. We're going to have to be cautious. And it is Friday. And you know what happens on Friday? They call it Beer Friday. Beer. Everybody's selling off to get their beer for the weekend. Who's going to the Hamptons? Who's going to Miami Beach? Who's going to
Miami.
Who's going to, I don't know, some other beach? Malibu. Who's going to these beaches? Who's going to what's the other one? The Riviera. Right? Because we international worldwide.
We call us Mr. Worldwide.
They call us Mr. Worldwide.
Call me Pitbull because I'm worldwide. Yeah.
Pitbull, call me.
Hit me up, Pitbull.
Sponsorship, come on now.
We all go worldwide together.
If we keep asking, somebody going to do it.
Hey, trust me.
I'm just saying. Come on now. All right, so that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see PPI lower. But, you know, there's always something that comes up. So we're just going to have to be a little bit more selective, a little bit more cautious today. I want to go back to QLGN. It did have the news. The thing that it was a little disconcerting about QLGN is that it is a micro penny, right? So because it's a micro penny, it's very volatile and subject to potentially dilution. They're all subject to dilution for the most part, most of the time. I'm not saying that it's got a shelf edge. I don't know. And this is not financial advice. I'm just chatting. I'm chatting. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock advisor. I'm just beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful, I tell you.
Yes.
Beautiful. Isn't there a song, Beautiful?
Yeah, there is one by Akon. And
That-
Cardinal Official.
Is it really?
Yes.
I
And
thought
Kobe O'Donis.
Wait a minute. Isn't there another one with Snoop Dogg? Snoop Dogg and Pharrell?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one in Brazil
Yeah, the one you
where they do the dance.
Fala conmigo.
Fala comigo. Oi, Snoop. How's the song go? How's it go?
Telephone.
How's the song go?
Beautiful. I just want you to know.
Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to stick to the stonks, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to stick to the stonks.
Yeah,
Going to stick to the stonks. All right, time for some espresso.
That was my Pharrell impression.
Little espresso ice.
That was my Pharrell impression right there.
And you know that my man calls him for real.
Because he's the truth.
You
got another one
All right,
for real?
in the chat, who said that in the rap song? Who said that? This is
said
an
that?
easy one.
It's a very easy answer.
If you get the answer, you get no prize, but it would be really cool.
Right.
I'm just saying, it would be
You
really
are a
cool.
legend.
Who said that,
You
right?
are a legend.
I call you for real because you're the truth.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Come on now. I'll give you a hint. It's a rapper from the East Coast, not the West Coast. Just saying.
indeed.
Not that I have any animosity towards the West
No,
Coast.
no,
I
no,
love the
no,
West
no,
Coast
no,
too.
we love
Tupac forever.
Tupac Shakur.
Tupac forever. I'm just
sir.
saying. Come on now. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so we're still looking. We're still watching. All right, so here's the story with QLCN. Again, this ticker, interesting. Float is not low, but it's not high. It's 9 million. Stock is a cheap stock, 34 cents. Hit a high of 45 cents. A lot of volume on it. 57 million shares. A lot of volume, okay? On a pullback. But that's not surprising because it's been doing that, right? So it had this parabolic run, pulled back, created a descending wedge. Parabolic run off the descending wedge, pulling back, okay? We wanted it to hold above this trend line. It dipped a little bit, but now it's holding above and it is curling. It's curling.
Curl.
But it needs vitamin V.
Need some vitamin V.
It needs some volume, ladies and gentlemen.
Injected into it.
Some volume. And quite frankly, this is the only ticker that has some significant news. The float's not too heavy.
Oh.
The volume is significant. I don't know. The only thing that I don't like about it is it's one of these cheapo stocks, and they're very choppy, you know. And I don't know. I wonder if it has a shelf edge. I'm concerned. I'm concerned it might have a shelf edge. I don't know, right? But right now, I mean, it's curling up to VWAP doubles. I'm gonna zoom in. It's doing a little.
Capital Gains got it right.
It's
Jay-Z. Yes,
Jay-Z in the house. Capital Gains, you win absolutely nothing except you're a legend.
You are a legend.
You are a legend. Jay-Z says in the song with Pharrell, you are. I call you the truth.
For real.
We got another one for real.
I call you for real because you're the truth.
Because you're the truth.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. Yeah, baby.
Yes,
Capital Gains got
Gains
it.
Understood the assignment.
Bravo. That is incredible.
He said, "Love, thank you." You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Love that. Love that.
Yes, sir. That's how it is.
All right, so we got DH Baba asking for EMKR. Let's go check that out. We'll come back. We're going to come back to QLGN because it's testing VWAP, and I want to keep an eye on it. What happened over here? What happened over here? Give me EMKR. EMKR. Okay, low volume. You could see it in the candles. You could see it in the candles. They are trending upward. It's trending upward on very low volume. Right. You can see that there is barcoding here. So we've talked about barcoding before. Let's zoom in, and you can see the choppiness and the regularity where it looks almost like a barcode. So that happens when there's not enough volume, and it's basically being pushed along by the market makers. So here's the story with EMKR. It is a $1.45, currently up 1.4%, not up by a lot. Floats low, 6 million, but the volume's only 13,900. So the volume is terribly, terribly low. There was an 8K that came out 2 days ago, but there's no volume going on right now. And on June 18th, there was some insider buying. It needs vitamin.
Vitamin V.
Which one?
Vitamin D and V.
V as in Victor.
V as in Victor.
Vitamin V as in volume. That's what it means. Let's go back.
Volume.
Let's go back to QLGN. QLGN. All right. So it pierced and punctured VWAP for a split second.
Yeesh.
For a split second, but now it's got a top tail. So let's see if it can reclaim the top of VWAP. Right now it's tickling the bottom. That's a bottom tail. That's a top tail. We don't like top tails because that means that the buyers are losing momentum. We need this to turn around. This is a 5 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute.
1 minute.
We're looking at the 1 minute right now. We're going to zoom in, and you can see that it pulled back dramatically. Okay, so you know what? Here's the story. This ticker has moved up parabolically for quite a while, and it looks like it's now going to become a little choppy. And
especially after the PPI.
And the PPI was PP. It was PP Le Pew.
PP Le Pew.
We did not want to see PPI go up. Especially after CPI yesterday went down. Listen, Dr. Bangonomics is going to analyze.
PhD.
It's going to analyze this choppiness whenever they do the CPI and the PPI.
Get the lab coat. Get the lab coat.
The lab coat.
The lab coat.
Do I got to get that like little metal thing with the band around my head?
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what the
now
story is.
Hey,
it's story time.
Story time.
So here's the story.
Time.
Once a month. Usually around the 12th of the month, the consumer price index comes out.
Yeah.
And the next day, usually, the producer price index comes out. Mm-hmm. The consumer price index is a measurement of potential inflation. Okay? PPI for the consumer, that is.
Yes.
PPI is the producer price index, and it's a measurement of inflation for the producer. Yeah, so if inflation hits the producer, ultimately it'll hit the consumer later on. So that's what's going on. VEV hit 159, sold. Let's go CVZ, baby. Let's see what's going on with that. So it curled. Look at that. It curled, baby. It broke the downtrend. It broke the downtrend, VEVE. Broke the downtrend, up again 207%. But look at that massive drop. But it is curling, and it's tickling the bottom of VWAP, and it's forming a cup. and handle on the 1 minute, but that's not necessarily valid just yet. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute.
5 minute.
It's just, let's see what the volume is. The volume is not very high. Remember, this is a 45 million float stock.
Oh, very high.
Yeah. And it is the leading gainer, but it looks kind of trappy. It could probably run. Hold on. Are we getting a bottom tail on the 5 minute?
Bottom tail?
CVZ, maybe you saw something here that might be worth looking at. Let's take a look at the 1 minute.
1 minute.
Hold on.
Oh.
It pierced through VWAP.
Oh.
It's pushing.
It's pressing.
It's pressing. It's forming a long, juicy, green candle. No, it doesn't have a bottom tail yet. And it has news. Vicinity Motor Corp announces CARB certification for VMC 1200 Class 3 electric truck. That's the news. Came out 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't trust the stock because the float is massive, 45 million, and the volume's only 13 million. But volume is going up, so it's certainly on a side chart. And we will watch it, Doubles, because that's what we do. You know what I mean? We will watch VEV. We're going to keep an eye on you. If you can hold above VWAP, you can become the next schmexy winner of the day, right? That's what we want. We want you to hold above that level right there. Good eyes, CVZ. I'm glad you got some cashola. Some big bucks, I tell you. Big bucks. Let's take a look at some other tickers that people have been talking about. LGVN did a little bit of a curl. It broke this downtrend, came up, and shot back down. But if we zoom in and really analyze it closely, look at the choppiness. Look at these anemic volume candles. Look at these candles, very anemic. Look at this right over here. You got some barcoding going on over here. You need some vitamin V. You need some volume. You need some volume. Yeah. Oh, so CVZ entered VEV at 123 and sold at 159. Bravo. That is spectacular. Spectacular. So you sold up here. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I like that. Good job. Good job. Keep up the good work. Okay, we're going to go to Toyo. Toyo. Okay, so we had the descending wedge. It popped, came back down, formed the cup and handle. It popped and trended up, and now broke the uptrend. So now it's bouncing off VWAP. Let's clear some of this up now, because I did the analysis. I did my analysis as the doctor of Bangernomics. I did that. So now we can get that out. Yes, I had my lab coat, my stethoscope. All of that stuff. Okay, so here's the dealio. Okay,
yes,
it's still technically trending upward, so we'll get the graffiti pencil. Okay, and it's holding above VWAP. That's certainly a good thing.
Yay.
But we got some, we got some special stuff here going on with Toyo. It's got a big float, 46 million, volume 23 million, and there's no news, right? Except that they consummated a business combination on Nasdaq on July 2nd. So the news is old, okay? But it's holding above VWAP, and we're going to keep an eye on it because it is the second leading gainer behind VEV. So we got some very choppy tickers that are the top gainers right now. Let me go ahead and take a look at my list of the gainers. All right, so here's what we got. We got VEV 208%, Toyo 102%, Kachka Investment 51%, and then QLGN selling off 51%. Those are your top four. Let's take a look at them in order. So the leading one is VEV. Again, that is the one with the electric motors news, blah, blah, blah. It broke VWAP and then did a flusheroo. So that's It needs to break VWAP.
Alice A has commented on one of our posts saying she is holding in TIRX.
TIRX. She was commenting. I know we were posting back and forth on Twitter, x.com,
Yes.
and what we have was we needed it to break this downtrend. It went below the demand zone, so the demand zone needs to be changed and pushed downward, right over here. So this is the new demand zone right here, right there, and we could go and do this right there. Right, so there's your demand zone, and then your supply zone would be still up here, right over here, right there. And what we got is we got consolidation. So it broke the downtrend, consolidating, needs to hold this downtrend. Now it's below the 200 EMA, which is not a good thing. And then when we zoom in on the 1 minute, you can see that there's not enough volume. So what it needs is vitamin V.
Vitamin V.
If we look at the 5 minute,
5 minutes.
you can see it is still not juicy enough to bounce up. So we need it to bounce up. It needs volume, and this last candle on the 5 minute, 5,246. So we need to see some volumation, as I like to call it. It needs volume, baby.
Volume.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, jam.
volume,
Right, the jam? Yeah. That's what we need. We need volume on it. So TIRX needs volume. TIRX, I think, is another Chinese stock, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Tian Ruxiang Holding. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Currently up 8.6%. General statement of beneficial acquisition as of June 10th. So there was insider buying June 10th. The float is very low at 522K, 522,000. Volume 1.88 million. But that volume was primarily earlier in the morning when it went parabolic. Parabolic. TIRX actually went up. I don't know. How high did it go up? Prancing queen of mine. 67%. So right now it is on a consolidation mode, which is better than that downtrend, but it needs volume. So let's go to the next ticker. Let's go to let's try a different ticker. How about TIL? TIL was moving a little bit earlier. It's trending upward on practically no volume. You can see that there's very little volume. These things look very anemic. Dr. Doubles, can you get the injection for the vitamin V? A little bit of vitamin V injection for TIL. Needs some volume. It's currently above VWAP, but very low volume. And you can see that the prevailing candles, which are these two right here, are top tails, Doubles.
I like top tails.
We're all about the bottom tails, baby.
Bottom tail.
Yeah, just saying. Just saying. All right.
CZ said IVP under SSR. You can.
Oh, short sale restriction. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. CVZ giving us a little bit of a hint on what's going on. So IVP, he's saying, he or she is saying, is under short sale restriction. That's good. It is consolidating. So let's go ahead and get some graffiti utensils out, if you will. Let's go ahead and do that. So we've got a zone of consolidation. So let's go ahead and create that. That zone of consolidation pretty much starts over here and has been consolidating. So what we need to see is some volume. You can see that these candles are very thin. And the last candle, which has this curl up, is very low at 503 shares. 503 shares. We do see CGBS popping up on the scanner. So CGBS popping up, but also not doing terribly well, right? It had that 300% run over here and then crashed down, and it's trying to curl, but it has tremendous resistance. So, as I like to say, what have you done for me lately? I know you ran 300+%, but so what? What have you done for me lately? It's you, not me. I gotta go.
Yes. Somebody asks about KZIA.
KZIA has been a runner for several days. Again, I don't like continuation plays usually, unless, because a lot of times new news comes in on other tickers and takes their thunder. KZIA. Yep.
Yes.
So here's the story of a lovely KZIA. It had a double bottom, but it didn't break out. How did I do?
Oh.
It didn't break out.
It didn't break out.
No, it didn't break out. So we're going to get rid of this drawing over here. And again, it's because it doesn't have a lot of volume. And again, this is probably going to be a common theme for the day, right? And it might be a common theme for a couple of days, or maybe later on in the day, everybody will be like, you know what? All right. So PPI wasn't so great, but CPI was great. And you know what? Everybody left.
Fine.
Everybody left for, you know, to go to the beach, but we're still here, so let's start bumping the stocks, right? Because that's what they do, these folks, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know who these folks
No
are,
idea.
but a lot of times that's what you see, right? That's what you see.
That's what
All right. That's what happened. What happened? All right. So anyway, here's the story. We thought maybe we would get a double bottom out of this, but if you zoom in to the candles, you can see that the candles don't look right. They look very choppy. You see the choppiness here? Here's what I'm talking about. Top tail, flush. Top tail, flush. Top tail, flush. Top tail, top tail, top tail, top tail. We don't like top tails, doubles.
We like the bottom.
I like to see some bottom, baby.
Tails.
I'm all about the bottom. I've always been about the bottom.
Everybody's about the bottom.
Yeah, double bottom's even better. All right? So when you see stuff like this, it's kind of challenging. But you know what we could do? We could create some levels here. So let's get the graffiti pencil. Let's start off with some support. We got support right over here. Right? So let's get that graffiti pencil out. Boom, boom. And we got support here. And then you got resistance over here. Resistance over here. Resistance over here. And resistance over here, and then over here, and over here, and then, of course, at the high of the day, $1.58. So these are some key levels to keep an eye out on. And again, right over here, you can see the 200 EMA, and the price action is just above the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart.
5 minutes.
So that's the story of KZIA. KZIA needs volume. It needs volume. All right, we're going to go take a look at VEV again. Let's see what's going on with it. It is the leading gainer. I don't trust the way it's moving. I don't trust the way it's moving, doubles. But we're going to go and take a peek, and you can see it does not look terribly healthy with that doji candle. It's coming darn close to the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. Let's take a look at it on the 1 minute.
1 minute.
We're looking at it on the 1 minute. And, you know, here's my thoughts, doubles, you know. I mean, it needs to really break through the VWAP, which is here, okay? Because if I zoom in, it is forming a small head and shoulders pattern over here, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little graffiti pencil out. And right over here's a shoulder. Here's another shoulder. And this is the head. Okay? And I don't like that. So if it does not break VWAP, there is always that chance that it could do the old flusheroo. And I don't like that. So this is not a ticker that I feel comfortable with. DBL moms, do you concur, bushy tail Serengeti specialist?
Absolutely.
You heard it from the bushy tail herself.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bushy tail has given the input, and we don't mess with the stonk queen because she's the one that ensnarls all the stonks for us. Or the gazelles. It don't matter. Either way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's the story. So unless you break VWAP, VEV, I'm not finding you particularly schmexy. T-O-Y-O. T-O-Y-O. You know, the other thing is we're getting close to the 9:30 bell. And usually there's a lot of sell-off at the 9:30 bell. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Not stock advice. I'm not a stock advisor. I'm just having a conversation with the Dr. Doubles.
Yes.
Dr. Doubles.
PhD.
PhD.
In Bangernomics.
In Bangernomics. And we can see right now that Toyo
BBE.
is breaking down from this uptrend. And no surprise there because you could see that the price action was curling downwards. This is a 1 minute chart, so it's going to be a lot more reactive. You could see that the RSI is starting to go down into the oversold area, but it's not quite there. And you could see that the volume is significantly dropping. Toyo has no news as far as I could tell, other than there was a business combination on July 2nd. The float is massive at 46 million. Volume's 23 million, and it's been moving up. It has been moving up with low volume. It made a high of 150%, but that was earlier in the morning.
In the morning.
That was early. Doubles, I'm going to have some espresso, man.
In the morning.
I'm going to have some espresso ice. Look at this. Look at how it doesn't look like it's going to hold VWAP. No. In fact, it looks like it's going to do a flusheroo. Look at that top tail. It's disgusting.
No.
Disgusting. Let's go to the 5 minute.
Disgusting.
5 minute.
5 minute.
Shorts might be having some fun. Hey, 5 minutes is showing us a double top. Oh boy. Oh boy. Double top on the 5 minute. That is a bearish pattern. Let's get rid of this line over here, because what I'm seeing, doubles, is I'm seeing a situation where this sucker might flusheroo really hard. And that's kind of sad. And oh, did I just say it was going to flush really hard? Look at what's happening. Ay. I wish I was wrong. Come on, get above VWAP. Get above VWAP. But again, it has no news. So
someone wrote Mr. thoughts on KZIA.
KZIA we had just spoken about, but we'll get into it again. Why not?
Yeah.
That's Buckets, right? Buckets wants to know?
Yes.
Sure. We'll come back and take a look at you, Toya, but you look quite bearish, Toya. You look quite bearish. Meh. All right, let's go ahead and go to KZIA. KZIA. And again, with KZIA, some specifics on it. Currently, it's red 16%. It's got a float of 19 million. Volume is only 5.9 million. This stock has run within the past couple of days. It has run. Side note, the stock that I'm keeping an eye on is QLGN, because it actually has some news. But KZIN needs to maintain this support level at around $1. And my issue with it is there's not enough volume. You could see it because the candles look quite flushy. So look, price action moves up, top candle. We don't like top tails, and a big flush. Top tail. Barcoding, right? So this is all indicative of lack of volume, and the movement seems to be the liquidity, if you will, is coming from market makers. So it's going to be very choppy at this time. It needs volume doubles. It needs volume. So that's the story with KZIA. Let's go take a look at QLGN, which was performing relatively decent, right? QLGN. And this ticker had a couple of nice movements, but right now it's having difficulty breaking out of VWAP. But I think that this is a ticker that I'm going to keep an eye on, doubles, okay? So why? Because the 8K indicated that they got a $2 million loan. And in addition to that, I don't think that the loan is convertible, so it shouldn't create dilution, right? And currently it's up 61%, but it was up even more earlier in the morning. It was up 115%. And of course, we gave it to our Discord peoples before it ran 115%. So you should be coming into our Discord. So we've provided a link in the description and in the pinned comment to do a 5-day trial for $1.
$1.
And then it's $39.99. You need to be there because that's where all the magic happens. Yeah, baby.
And Buckets only says, thanks, brother. Learning a lot from you.
My pleasure, Buckets. My pleasure. Just ask the questions and I will try my best to answer them. I am not a professional. I am not a pro stock person, a pro finance person, but we're just having a conversation. Please always do your own due diligence, please. Always. Time for some espresso.
Yes.
Espresso ice.
Espresso ice. Yes, sir.
I tell you, my queen makes the best espresso ice. DBL moms. DBL moms. Hey! Come on. DBL moms. Hey! One more time. DBL mom. They love that. I'm just saying.
All he does is poke her belly and she.
Yeah, she's you gotta just poke them, poke the belly. All right, so that's what's going on right now. We're gonna keep a close eye on QLGN. We're gonna move on to our show, our live. It's not a show. We actually get really in depth with how we get in and out of positions, what we're looking at. So it's even more in depth than the show. It's a little bit more serious, but we're still entertaining.
Yes, we are.
But More serious.
More serious.
More
More
serious.
depth, more
So that's in the Discord live stream, which is going to happen in a few minutes. So you're welcome to come and join us. Again, we have the link in the description for a 5-day trial, $1. And then after that, it's $39.99. Come on, jump in. Let us know that you joined today, and we'll shout you out in the Discord. If you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead and do what this gentleman asked. Por favor,
Be
please.
sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is always caring. It helps this channel grow, and I could get some more info and fun out to y'all. All right. So if you're not following us on Twitter, x.com, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Yes, sirree.
And if you're not following us on Twitch, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And this is Coach Nick Money in the house.
Yes.
And
DBL Nicks.
the indelible one time for some espresso ice.
Dr. Doubles.
Mm.
PhD.
Yeah.
Bangernomics.
Yeah.
From Bang U University.
And of course, it wouldn't be a show without the stonk queen herself with her bushy tail, the Serengeti special, capturing stonks that run for us as well as gazelles, but we prefer the stonks. DBL moms. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Make a lot of money, be safe, have fun, because I'm Coach Nick Money.